Dear douchebags who stand outside of grocery stores with clipboards, we are not interested. We don't know what exactly you're trying to get us to sign up for or for what purpose you're trying to extract information from us, but we are not going to participate in your nonsense. We did not leave the house that day to go to the grocery store to talk to you. If we want to stand up for whatever cause you're trying to be a part of, that is what the internet is for. Did you not know that? Yes, the internet is a thing, and we know how to expertly navigate it at this point. We do not need your help, and we certainly do not need you selling our information to Russia, China, or anyone else that is going to send us an abundance of emails that we are not going to read. I hope this information was helpful. Your friend, BJ. Big Jones, the Juggernaut. Welcome back to Unleashed on the Night Shift. Friday night, first of my weekend run that I do. So I'm trying to get as much content out this weekend for you guys as I can. Usually this weekends, if they're not too crazy, I can crank out maybe 3 or 4 videos for you, but we'll see how it goes. But tonight, I want to jump right into it, man, because I feel something in my heart that is a little difficult to explain, and I felt it this week. So let me just start from the top. So this week, I would say maybe 2 or 3 times a year, I probably get to the point where, you know what, I'm lifting some good weights, I'm pushing some good numbers, and somehow I just get to the point where all I'm feeling it is in my joints, I'm not feeling a pump anymore. I've got like knee pain, back pain, elbow, I'm getting old, man. I've got all kinds of things fucked up on me. But I get to that point where I'm not really feeling a pump anymore. I'm not feeling like the swollen guns and the veins and the vascularity, I'm not feeling that. All I'm feeling is the pain. All I'm feeling is the joint pain and the fatigue, So like I said, a couple times a year that'll happen to me, and what I'll do is I'll just cut it all down. I'll just break all the weights down, bring it down to a point where I can do 20 reps, and then bring it back up from there, kind of get some blood back in the muscle, some blood moving. Now, a lot of people have a problem with that. I've told people before when they tell me that they want to train and then, they want me to write them a workout plan or what do I do to train? I'll tell them, hey, listen, man, sometimes you got to take the weights down and just start from scratch, and you'll be surprised, when you do that, you get a crazy pump, like, just take squats, for example. I did squats the other night. I couldn't sleep, so I got up at like 2 a.m. and went and did legs. So I was in there, and this was the first day that I've, check the ego at the door, break the weights all the way down. So I'm starting out. My first set was at 2 plates, 225, and I got a set of like 18. So while all this is going on, I know I can do more weight than that. Of course I can. I've done, more weight than 225, for, since high school. But the thing is it's such a hard thing to get through to guys that sometimes you have to just check your ego at the door. It's a really tough concept, because like if you're not squatting as much as you could possibly squat or bench or whatever, then it's like you're not going max effort. But you got to remember, you got to make that mind to muscle connection. And if you're not getting any blood, if you're not pushing any, blood into the muscle, then what are you doing? All you're doing is torquing on your joints, those things that you're going to need when you're 90 if you make it that far, And the reason I bring all this up is because, the reason, if I had to put it all into one sentence, the reason why people don't make their fitness goals is because they're not committed. They don't commit. Now, when I say commit, I mean, I'm sure you go to the gym every day, you go to the gym every day, maybe you have a good diet and you have all these good things going for you. But what I mean by commit is you're not in 100%. People are still go to the gym every day, lift all these weights, buy all these supplements, eat all this food, but they're still not in 100%. Now, when I say what I mean by being in 100% is that, God forbid you make a little noise in the gym. God forbid you wear what you want to wear in the gym. Hey, you ladies, if you guys want to go in there in a tank top or a sports bra or a tight pair of pants, bros, if you want to take your shirt off or take your shoes off or do whatever you got to do, how many of you guys out there really do whatever you have to do? And if you don't, why not? If you got to make a little noise because you're squatting heavy or you're on your 30th rep of 275 or 225, if you got to make a little noise or get a little aggressive, why not? Then why are you even there? You know what I'm talking about? I mean, I see it and I feel it, man. People have always asked me my whole life, why are you so loud? Why do you grunt so loud? Why do you yell so loud? Why are you so intense? Well, why aren't you? I mean, doesn't that seem like a strange thing to say out loud? But people say it all the time. Don't you want to be in it 100%? I mean, if you're already putting in all this effort, you come to the gym 5-6 days a week, you're restricting your diet, you can't eat what you want to eat, you can't live the way you want to live because you're trying to achieve these fitness goals, you got to be in. Why aren't you just throwing everything else out the door, out the window, and you got to just do it, man? If it's one of those things where, I could have gotten the last 2 reps, I got 18 reps, I could have got 20 if I would have just belted it out on those last couple, or people are seriously worried about their face turning red or passing out in the gym. I've talked about times where I've passed out on a heavy deadlift before. It happens, man. So what? Aren't we all supposed to be in there, trying to do our best and put in that 100% effort? It's something that is all over our society today, man. People are just not willing to be completely in. Whenever I get people, usually that I work with, asking me, "Hey, man, what do I got to do to get in shape? Can you write me a workout plan?" There's probably a dozen people plus since I've been in the military that have asked me to write them a workout plan. And I tell them, "Look, this is how often I train. This is how much I train. This is what I do. This is what I don't do." And people almost universally, maybe not verbally, but with their actions, will say, "Well, yeah, I'm willing to do this, but I'm not willing to do that." I'm willing to work out, but I'm not willing to change my diet. I'm willing to change my diet a little bit, but I don't want to get sweaty. Ladies usually say that. It's like, well, I'll do a little bit of working out and I'll change my diet a little bit, but I don't want to get sweaty. I don't want to get, glowy or musty or whatever it is. I feel that a lot with this society today, man. People are just not willing to be in it to win it, man. I mean, if you're not going to do it all, then why do any of it? I don't know, man. It's like anything. I mean, you look at anything, not just working out, man. I mean, look at like school, when you go to school, or like me, I'll just take me for example. When I went to college, I was not in it 100%. I wanted my cake and eat it too. I wanted to be this great athlete, going to practice, but then I would, skip out on class, or I would go and hang out late with my buddies when I knew I had class the next day. I was always there first person at practice, but then at school, it's like you're flagging, anything in your life, man, take a good look at it. That's why I tell people when they start working out, and you can use this advice for yourself. If you're going to start working out, do your homework. Take a good look at it. Take a good look at what you'll be able to do and what you won't be able to do, and really judge whether or not it's worth the effort. Because if you're not going to be happy, then why do it? The whole idea is to enrich your life, not to take away from it. We're trying to this is for enrichment here. So why do something that you're going to hate and dread every day, man, and drag yourself out of bed and, I go to the gym and do those stupid squats? You know what? If you don't like squats, don't do squats. Don't. I do squats because, I don't love squats, but I like the way they feel when I do them. I like the pump I get in my legs. I like, when the veins start popping out and the muscles start showing. That's why I do squats, because I like the result. If you don't like squats and they're not doing anything for you, then screw the squats. Don't do them. Everybody thinks you need to do these heavy squats, these heavy deadlifts. You don't have to do them if you don't want them. Pick something that you're going to do, that you're going to be in 100% with. And that's for, like I said, man, that's for your whole life. That's for everything, whether it's hanging out with devil worshipers or drug dealers or getting tattoos or getting earrings or whatever you want to do. You got to be in it 100% because there's no backing out once you get started. Once you get started, and you feel it, that 100%, like, man, I went in there, I wore exactly the costume. I almost said costume. I wore exactly the gear I wanted to wear. I got all my supplements in line. I did the workout I wanted to do, and I felt great afterwards. Once you feel like that you're in now, you're going to be in, and you're going to be chasing that high for the rest of your life. Here I am, 40 years old, been training since I was 13, Yeah. You got to be in it 100%. Otherwise, why do it? So think about that, man. When you go out there today, think about the things that you do in your life, man. If you're not putting in 100%, if you're not in it all the way and asking questions, if you see someone in the gym that looks like they're doing something pretty cool. I do this myself. Everybody thinks I'm like the gym guru. I'm not. I still see little girls doing stuff in the gym that I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'm going to try that. I'm going to ask her about that. And I'll say, hey, where'd you learn that lift? Did someone teach you that? Like, oh, I saw it online, YouTuber or something. Oh, okay, cool. I'm going to try that next time, Have a little bit of humility, man. Don't worry so much about what other people are going to think, man. Everybody worries about what other people are going to think. Like I said, man, this is kind of a weird idea that I'm trying to instill in you guys. I hope at least one of you guys are kind of getting what I'm putting down here, man. But if you're gonna be in there on your spare time, time you could be spending with your family or your girlfriend or your boyfriend, your wife, husband, whatever, if you're going to be taking that time away, make it time well spent, because you're going to look back and you're going to say, well, goddamn, what did I get for all the hours and days and weeks and years and money that I put in? It's just like that with anything, like take, tattoos. Why are you going to get some candy ass tattoo that you don't even like? If you like a certain tattoo, get it. This is just a friend of mine the other day. She was asking me, she's a little white girl. She was asking me about dreadlocks. Like, she wants to get dreadlocks. And she said, well, do you think I could get it even though I'm not black? I'm like, yeah, get whatever you want. Life is too short, man. Why are you going to, get some hairstyle that you don't like and you don't really want when there's something out there that you do want, but you're afraid to go for it? Just go for it. What's the worst that could happen? What's the worst that could happen if you're walking around with dreadlocks? Somebody might ask you a question. Well, it's none of their fucking business. You got them. You paid for it. You picked it. Own it. What's the worst thing that could happen if you go out there into the gym and you get a little sweaty or you get a little loud? Somebody walks up to you and says, hey, can you keep it down? You tell them to go fuck themselves. It's none of their fucking business. It's like, I feel this every day, man. I feel like people are afraid to let it loose, man, to let it rip. Just let it rip, man. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know. It's one of those things where in the moment I really felt it. I don't know if I've done a very good job of conveying it, but let me know in the comments how you feel about it. Anyway, like, share, and subscribe to BJBL Unleashed on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram while you're at it. I hope you guys are enjoying the show, and I'll see you guys next time for more Unleashed.